Hi, and welcome to this presentation of ProShow, not showing you where the layer really is when it's rotated, when the layer itself is rotated on other than the layer center. Let's start off with a prime example. I have here a layer that's centered on the screen. It has no rotation center. Actually, it's centered on the lane, or in the middle of the layer. Let's change it to upper left here, minus 50, minus 50. Notice that the layer position did not translate to somewhere else. Let's mark that. Now we're going to rotate it a total of 35 degrees. Notice that the pan value is still at 0. Rotate center is still minus 50, 50, minus 50, so it's up here. Let's mark that. Notice the difference between the layers. What we have here is a translation to the left and down. This is where the actual layer position is, which is here, minus 8.45 and 12.05 from a location of 0, 0. So that's what we get. And if you do the trigonometry, you do the geometry, whatever, you can get the location of where that layer is. Let's give you an example. We're going to start out with a layer that's here. We're going to do 40%. We're going to give it a location of minus 31, minus 26. We're going to rotate it minus 35 degrees. Notice our rotate center is still here. Now, let's change the rotate center to minus, or 60, minus 20. So here in the tools for ProShow, we're using 11.43, but this functionality of asking where telling where the layer location actually is was introduced in 0.42G. Anyway, we have a layer position of minus 31.26, a zoom of 40, rotate center is 60 minus 20, and it says that with an angle of minus 35, we should have the layer true location at minus 23.601 and minus 3.242. So let's try that out. We're going to start here. This is the same aspect as the image layer. So we're going to go 40. We're going to minus 35. Now, we put in minus 3.6 for the x, and for the y value, minus 3.24. Pretty good. So you notice that the outline of the layer is exactly the same, but the rotate center differs from here to here. Now what if I wanted to change the location of that layer, or change the rotation point from center to, let's say, 30, 30? Yeah, 30. So here's a rotation point right here. And we're going to change it to minus 35 rotation point. This is nowhere near what we need. But if we plug this equation in and we use the pan reference from this for here, everything else is the same. We've got a zoom of 40, 30, 30, and we get a rotation point here. We're going to use this location as a reference. I plug that in, and it tells me I put the layer at a minus 21.18 and minus 18.05 to put it in the same location as this layer here. So let's try that. Minus 21.18. and minus 18.05. So notice these things. There's a rotation point right there. We'll choose this and choose the layer we started with. Okay, now let's go to a real world example. We can start out with the framework. It has a layer position of 2816, no rotation point, it's rotated to 30 degrees. It's a 3:2 aspect. We find another layer, put it here. See, another layer, put it here, and it's got a different rotation point. Now, this provides a framework of what we want to occur. It rotates out, and layers rotate out of the other one. And then we, since we know that these are 1/4 the size of the layer we're going to replace it with, we can find out where that center point is of those 4 layers, where the corners all meet, replace it and put it here. We can use those layers as a masking point, and this is what we end up with. We've used them as a masking point. And if we know the right location of the rotation points, we can do something that would otherwise take a considerable amount of time and effort to do. Okay, well that concludes the presentation. Thanks for watching.